Mid says Odin split the sea in two. She's always been partial to a tall tale. But there's tall, and then there's tall.
I struggle to believe it myself.
I see your uncle isn't with you.
He stayed with the Enterprise. After our brush with the Einherja, she was in urgent need of repair. And my uncle knows a shipwright in Randalar. We're to join him there when we're ready to sail for Ash.
You sure that's wise? Last I heard, the place was still overrun with Akashic.
Show me a city where that isn't true. Ultima's plague is spreading.
We're running out of time, aren't we? We've done our best to shore up their hideaway. But I doubt a few planks will stop what's coming. Still, we'll keep at it. Every little helps, I suppose.
Let's hope so. I should visit Joshua, assuming Talia will allow it. How are you feeling, Joshua?
Better than I was.
But not nearly as well as you should be. Your cuts and burns may have healed, but your body still bears the burden of every spell cast.
And what would you have had me do? It was no ordinary foe we faced. It was the Warden of Darkness. Yet still, it was not enough. The king could have ended me at any moment, but instead chose to toy with me like a curl does a mouse.
You underestimate yourself.
Oh, it was crystal clear. Only one man established his dominance that day, and that man was Barnabas. I'm sorry, brother. That was ill-spoken. It's just, I have never felt so powerless. And when so many are looking to us for strength, perhaps the prince feels the same.
What is this place?
Don't move. Here, it's fresh from the well. Grandmother told me spirits sometimes get lost, and that the lanterns guide them to their proper place. I set one on the river for her when she passed away.
The fiend works from the shadows. Was it you who guided my hand then, Ultima? No, not you. This is my doing, my fault, my sin to bear. And for it, I must atone.
Your hurts are healing nicely. It was my poultices that saw you well.
You make them?
And sell them, or try to. Earns me enough for bread, most days.
Forgive me. I have nothing to...
I know, but I couldn't just leave you lying there. You're going then?
Of course. I'm healed. Thanks to you and your poultices.
Will you promise to come back and visit?
Well, Phoenix, it would seem that I owe you my wings.
Perhaps he can find an answer. You will be returning to Waloed soon, I gather.
I see no reason to wait.
Then neither do I.
I can think of a few, but I doubt they'll stop you. You will take your medicine.
Of course, Lady Daya.
Set on leaving already, are you?
How long will it take us to get back to Ash?
Dunno, about the same amount of time it took us to get here. Maybe less, if your uncle can find someone trustworthy to patch up the Enterprise. All depends on where we're putting into port, mind.
Yes. It's not as if we can put ashore wherever we choose. We have to assume that the whole of Ash is hostile, and that we'll be attacked on sight.
Then we must find a place they won't think to look. And I have an idea who might know of one.
The Professor! I'll go and tell you come in.
While you're plotting our course, I'll be in the shelves with your lawsman. I wish to pick his brains about Ultima.
Then I'll talk to Karen about supplies for the journey. They may not be easy to come by in Ash.
Your brother's body won't take much more of this recklessness. You know that, don't you?
I do.
You've seen more of the world these past 5 years than most do in a lifetime. It's a shame you never had a moment to enjoy it.
I still say it were a compliment.
Ah, Clive. I was wondering when you'd arrive. Please tell me you've come to take our young prodigy here off my hands.
I'm not here for Mid. I need information on Ash.
Then why not ask Molly if you can look in one of her ovens? Go on.
As soon as the Enterprise is ready, we'll be setting out for Drake's Spine. And we're going to need a safe place to land.
Preferably one that won't see my ship blown to shit and splinters.
If it were that easy, do you think Waloed would have resisted invasion for so long? Very little is known of Ash, and the information we do have is spotty and outdated. We have the good King Barnabas to thank for that. Waloed's borders have been closed to outsiders since the day he seized the throne. If there is anywhere safe to land, you won't find it on my map.
Then tell us what we will find. I'm sure you know better than we do.
But no splinters.
All right, if it will get you out of my hair. But interrupt me, and it's over. Understood? Barnabas Tharm, the one they call the Last King. Understand him, and you will understand the kingdom of Waloed. Barnabas was only a boy when he arrived from beyond the southern seas, and barely a man before he united the ragged tribes of Ash. And having unleashed them upon the formidable Veldemark, he set his throne upon the ancient kingdom's ruins. The victory sent shockwaves around Valisthea, tales of Odin's might spreading through every court, parlor, and drinking hole in the realm. Note that this was in the year 843, and that the king still sits upon his throne some 40 years later, quite untouched by time. Waloed's recent inaction left many wondering if Odin had lost his appetite for war. And yet here we are. The Einherjar was committed to the fray, a bold declaration of intent. Orcs swarm around Drakesfang, and throngs of Akashic haunt Canvas streets. Though how precisely the havoc they wreak serves Waloed remains unclear. Regardless, if the order to attack truly came from King Barnabas, then one thing is certain. Waloed has achieved the impossible, and made bedfellows of beastmen and the ether-addled alike. All of which is a roundabout way of saying that you will be in unknown territory when you set foot on Ash. Much of the continent has already been lost to the Blight, and what few ports remain will be fiercely guarded. And that is to say naught of its natural defenses. Offshore currents will cast an ill-equipped ship out to sea one moment, and dash it against the rocks the next. But then the Enterprise is anything but ill-equipped, and Mid has made land there before. Now, if only there were someone with an intimate knowledge of the Shadow Coast, and where a daring gentleman might put ashore. You see, Clive, you had the answer all along.
Do you think you can get us back to that beach, Mid?
Picked you up from it, didn't I? Not that it were easy. The currents were a right bastard. But then, if it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be worth doing, would it?
Well said. Thank you, Lady Vivian.
If a few morsels of common knowledge and a sprinkling of tavern talk are worthy of your thanks, I wonder what genuine intelligence might earn me.
Probably more visits. Mid, I need everyone in the ale hall now. I'll fetch Joshua from the shelves.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them.
I have no reason to assume.
Clive, you must listen to this. Lawsman, tell him.
Do you recall when we spoke before on the divinity of Ultima? Well, it inspired me to delve deeper into the subject. And what I discovered appears to agree with the findings of His Grace.
You will recall that my quest to uncover Ultima's origins began with the mural at Phoenix Gate. But while I've always known it to be important, its secrets have heretofore eluded me. Now, however, I believe I know where to find the more complete example, one that will reveal all we seek.
Master Clive, have you ever in your travels chanced to hear of the Circle of Malleus? I would think not, if you have. But there was once a time when the faith flourished, the oldest known religion in the Twins, and though its popularity eventually waned on Storm, hints of its dogma remain embedded in more modern faiths such as the Crystalline Orthodox.
Wait, you said it waned on Storm. What of Ash?
Religious monuments are often torn down or repurposed when new faiths rise to prominence. But if no new faith arose, then perhaps the ancient temples might still stand. And so, you see now why I must accompany you to Waloed.
It would appear the past still has much to teach us, though in this case, it would not have been possible without the musings of Moss. To think that you carried a copy of my old mentor's chronicles all along. I am relieved to discover it in good hands.
I shall guard it with my life.
Joshua, if you're finished here, join me in the ale hall. I need to speak to everyone before we leave.
Right away.
Mid said I can ride the Enterprise.
My apologies.
By now you've all heard where we're going and why. So I won't bother you with the boring details, only the important ones. If we attempt to approach Stone here by sea, there's a good chance we'll be sighted and fall prey to the capital's artillery. So instead, we'll disembark on the southwest coast and make for Drake's Spine on foot. I say we, but it's highly likely the entirety of Ash is under the rule of Ultima. A large party would only attract unwanted attention, as well as slow our march and require supplies which may be difficult to obtain. Only Joshua and I will be going. And a scout. Preferably a good one. Gav, do you know of any?
You bet your ass I do. Might still borrow some of Lady Vivian's maps, though. Just in case, like.
Once you've dropped us off at the Shadow Coast, you need to retreat into neutral waters, fly merchant colors, and stay inconspicuous. If you sense any danger at all, you leave us behind and return to Storm.
Inconspicuous is my middle name. But like hell am I leaving anyone behind. The ship ain't going nowhere till your scurvy mugs are smiling on deck.
Jill, the Enterprise will appear a tempting target for royalists and pirates alike. You're to stop anyone boarding.
Don't worry. I'll keep the ship and her crew safe. You'll be needing passage home, after all.
But... very well.
If there are no questions, I'll see you all at the docks.
Let me know when you're leaving. I want a word before you go.
Of course.
How do you split this?
Is something wrong?
Not at all. Honestly. Can't a man wish his friend farewell? Just wanted to let you know that I'll keep things in order while you're off saving the world.
I'll hold you to that.
Covered in nicks and lumps.
Heard the bad news then, did you?
What bad news?
About Dravost. Blackthorn's old haunt. Well, anyway, the mines just down the road from there are spewing out
And the village?
safe from the flood for now, but they've got other problems. Zoltan and the others are living on borrowed time. Doris sent a few curse breakers to keep an eye. If something ain't done soon.
I won't let that happen.
Didn't think you would.
Does Blackthorn know?
I thought it might be better if he didn't. You reckon we should tell him?
No.
Yeah, well...
Please, Your Grace. My Lord Marquis.
Yote, is anything the matter?
My lord. Yes. It's your brother, though he does his best to hide it. The lesion on his chest pains him more with each passing day.
I had feared as much.
There are certain elixirs which can ease...
But
his Grace's case is severe. So I consulted with Tai, and thankfully a recipe was found, and our supplies. Unless we can secure... My lord, I know.
For Joshua? So?
A rare herb. It grows only where the ether is dead. We discovered the search continues for an...
So it's only that you can't reach it?
Well...
Then I shall go in your...
But...
You've yet to find another source. Besides...
Well, Stonerwort is easy. I shall remain here.
How was she?
With Canva in the hands of a cat.
Don't tell me.
Oh no, I'm working on... It's got a reverberatory that, let's just say it gets... Only mithril engines get hotter. Trouble is, and I hear...
If it's for the good of the hideaway?
Oh.
So?
We've got a couple of examples.
More fallen material. So this smelter is similar to the mithril engine in...
That's right. And what's more, they're direct. We've collected as many as we can.
So you want me to visit some ruins, destroy some echoes, and bring back the spheres they're guarding?
That's it in a nutshell. Yeah, we're only 3 short, mind. There's one up Amber Way, and another in the Silent
All right, then.
It'll do.
Miss, can we read Miss Editor's story for a lesson?
Canva lost.
Have you tried Molly's lemon tarts? I've never.
Trouble with your gear, or... So, what'll it be? Should last you a good while. Anything else?
The stew's awfully thin.
There's no way of knowing if Doris will confide in me, but I can speak to her at least. Where are you?
Can I help you, Sid?
I'm looking for Doris.
I'm afraid not. My job, actually. When she heard...
Did she?
Following up on some... Once they'd settled in.
The slaver Cole's team were tracking when they were attacked by the beast. I'll go and find her.
If she's not moved on already, yes.
Why would Doris insist on going alone? Maybe Cole was right to be worried. Doris should be somewhere nearby. Assuming she's still here.
Ah, Clive, I'd like you to take something to seeds for planting. I'll keep providing them with, but if Eastpool's going to as of those, they've lived their small one, and if you're so...
All right.
There.
Just because the heavens have gone to rack and ruin, it don't mean we have to.
Nearly done.
I've got greens of all shapes and sizes. Colours.
It doesn't still hurt, does it?
What are you after? There you go. Thanks very much.
The world seems to be changing so fast lately, I can hardly keep up.
Want to know how to tell if the world's going to rack and ruin?
Looking for shelter, are you? Come on inside, I'll introduce you to Martha.
It's been a pleasure, Doris.
I'll give your offer some thought.
How goes the investigation?
Sid.
You.
Of course. She's no fool.
That was her just so.
I'd say so. Seems her time in Rosaria is coming to an end. She's abducted bearers from across the... After her brush with those beastmen on the road to Northreach, she hired herself an Imperial escort. She's dangerous, Sid. But...
Then I'm going with you. I'll take care of the escort.
The Baum Arches. Soon...
Let's go. Yeah! Here's the aqueduct. Now to find our stonewort. Yote mentioned blood-red petals. Just my luck. Well, I won't be picking anything till they're gone. There's only one thing for it. Here it is. Better collect as much as I can before reinforcements arrive. All right. That should do it. Let's get these back to Yote.
I heard the Guardian saying we're supposed to grow our...
Ah, what brings you to...
A delivery. And here it comes.
Can't let Eastpool fall.
And we won't.
Farewell! Yeah!
Nice try.
Easy as you like.
Next one's mine. I might not know one.
There it is. With me, Joshua. All right. Not here. Good. How did Doris come to know a slaver?
We've waited long enough. She's not coming.
Back to civilization, is it, Mom?
With all haste. Lest any of you lackwits start talking like... I presume your men are ready. We've suffered too many delays as it is. Any more...
Yes, Mom.
Oh, but it appears we have company. Kill him.
You're welcome to try. So much for your escort.
You'll forgive me if I surrender.
Sid.
Ah, Doris, you know, but casting your lot with this
Better fighting for a cause than killing. I'm sorry, Sid. I should have... This woman, my former master, she raised me like a daughter.
It wasn't all terrible. You were always so eager to learn, and had such clever hands. But you proved yourself. How about it, my little...
I never swore my blade to you. To liberate the bearers of the... Farewell, master.
You always were. Perhaps that's the reason I loved you so.
What do you want to do with her?
I am not the killer she wanted me to... And she no longer has friends in high places. The dame does, though.
All right.
I am.
And I should head back to the hideaway and put Cole's mind at ease.
Welcome back, Sid. Doris's message just arrived. I hear you saved...
With any luck, they'll be joining us in the hideaway. Oh, and your letter.
I'd been hoping as much. So the slaver we'd been chasing all these months was her former master. She's been arrested, by the way, and she won't be getting off lightly. Can't have been easy for Doris.
I'm sure it wasn't.
I hope so. You had quite the past yourself. Anyway.
Keep up the good work, Cole.
Covered in nicks and lumps. They're not...
Yote. Come on. Fly, Ambrosia. Damn it. The whole village has turned. That'll do, girl. Be safe. I'll need to deal with these ones first. This is it. Right then. Just two more to find.
The hero return?
So Dravost is still standing. For now, at least.
If you can swing a hammer.
Good day. Farewell, traveller.
Clive!
And the Akash.
Mostly off to the north still. Hold on, enough for the villagers to...
Well done.
Welcome.
You,
We can't afford...
Right, you are. Don't... Oh!
Akashic on the move.
How close are they?
Within sight of the wall. The wash.
Good idea.
Understand.
I'm prepared to fight if I have.
Well, let's hope you don't. Once the scouts are in sight, no heroic love.
August, the people.
I'm going. Stop. You better take me. All right. Which one of you's first? Nice try. There's more! Is that it? Apparently not. You're not getting past me. Yeah! Now, the question is, did I miss any?
Man alive!
And this is?
A token of bad design.
No.
Lord Rosfield.
Perhaps. Have you learned?
Little.
I see.
Be assured, even now,
fallen ruins.
Indeed. As if protect
secrets.
Should mayhap it.
Would that be
Of course. Perchance, I was. If you.
All right.
They will. Might I? It will lead.
Thank you.
I wish.
Everything's back the way it was.
Take that, you not...
Clive! I just wanted to see how the since Noel is and firmly at the helm. How could I
Victor will... I have him stationed by the desert.
I'll go and...
What's the difference?
A league of outlaws.
Sounds like we have some competition.
Mustard and mandrake.
If there's one thing we've learned over the past few moons...
Still in Dalamil, Vic.
Ah, sick.
I thought you'd have returned to...
I did. I've developed something, and having worked so sentiment...
You're not the only...
Fly, Ambrosia.
Those ne'er-do-wells want it back.
Quiet.
That must be the camp Victor mentioned.
We make this quick.
That's him! The one who killed Nox and Fingers! Take his head off! Why are you taking the bearers?
Why do they always have to make such a...
He knew all along that he...
Why the hell would Victor take the bearer's side? What's happened?
Ah, Clive.
That is good news.
Yes. But I still haven't... You couldn't do me a...
What is it this time?
Nothing like that. I just need you to go over to the caravans and ask El. Find out
All right.
Thanks, Clive.
Don't blame yourself, El. I know, no buts.
All right. To Randalar, then. And better not keep Eloise waiting.
Who needs a porter when there's no river?
What I wouldn't give for a hot meal.
Looks like this is the end of the race.
When are they gonna let us through?
Run like the wind. Be safe. Hope I didn't keep you waiting. Did you arrange to speak with...
Here they are now.
Hold on, Theo. I'm coming. That'll do, girl.
What's the situation?
Where's Theodore?
Upriver! He led the dragon that way to keep it from the village. We just have to pray, mate.
I can do better than that. Where are you, Theo? Damn it. It's too thick. These creatures have already turned. Stay down! Stay down! I can't waste any more time. I need to find Theodore before that dragon does. Looks like it's found me. This thing's turned as well. This isn't going to be easy. Clive? Theodore, you had me worried for... We have to get you out of here. I think it might be a little too late for that. Bearer or no, there's only so much ether a man can take, and that Drake just wouldn't let me leave. You have my thanks, Sid, for finishing what I could not. For keeping Elle's dream. Theodore! Don't make me do this.
Stop it, Theo! Stop!
Stay back, Eloise! He's turned. And so will you! Elle. Theodore. Take care of my sister. Theodore, wait. Goodbye, Elle.
Thank you, Clive. I think I'll be all right now.
That was true bravery he showed. Leading the dragon away from the village like that. His first instinct was always to protect people. To put others' well-being before his own.
And now he's gone. Because I sent him to that place, against his will.
It wasn't against his will. He was ready to do whatever it took to show you he could stand on his own. So that you would finally be free to live your own life.
To live my own life? He never could come to terms with the choice I made.
What exactly happened? You once told me Theo was the first bearer you ever helped.
We grew up in Canva. We were born to one of the great trading houses. And I was chosen to inherit the family business. I had my father's head for figures, you see. Theo did not. While I studied the art of commerce, he played at soldiers instead. A late bloomer, in more ways than one. For unlike most bearers, it wasn't until his 15th summer that his powers awakened. My parents tried to drive him out of the house and into the care of the constables. But before they could, I took him into mine.
Theo told me something else. He clearly admired your devotion to the cause of freeing others like him from slavery. But he said you deserved a better life than this. He wanted to free you from what he called your bonds, just as you freed him from his.
I would be lying if I said I had not wondered from time to time how much easier my life might have been if I had allowed Theo to be taken and devoted myself to the family business instead. But I have never regretted the decision I made. Being with my brother meant more to me than tradition or reputation. I only had to look at him to remind myself of that night and the choice I made and the fact that I would make the same choice again in a heartbeat. He was never a burden. How could he even think that? If anything, I was the one who weighed him down.
You weren't, Eloise. He said it himself, that he had always been grateful to you for saving him, and that he wanted to repay you by letting you live the life you were denied. Neither you nor Theo weighed each other down. You loved one another. You did whatever was necessary to continue living your lives together, and you always would have.
You're right. All I ever wanted, all I ever did, it was so we could be together. Oh, Theo, why did you have to... I know Theo wanted me to move on, but I'm staying here at the Crimson Caravans to continue our work. We can make a difference here. We can help people, save them. I need nothing more from life than that. So I'll carry on doing what we do, ensuring that goods, people, bearers get where they need to be, bringing smiles to people's faces just like we always have, and to Theo's. Wherever he is. This is the life I have chosen. The life I will always choose.
I've made a choice of my own, to continue helping you however I can. Whenever you need it.
Thank you, Clive. Let's go on together then. For Theodore.
Good girl. Faster! Two down, one to go. Come on. Fly, Ambrosia. All right.
Have care.
No mistakes. Ready, go? Oh no. You'll pay for this. May still be survivors.
All the more reason to rid this place of echoes.
There's more! say it's their leader.
Should have stayed in the past. These must be Cyril's colleagues.
You have our thanks, stranger.
Who are you?
I did not recognize you. We are archaeologians, tasked with surveying this site. Thanks to them, and to you, we were for a mercy.
You call that your brothers might still be alive. Surely this survey wasn't worth dying for.
We are charged with a duty of the highest import.
And you think your dead brothers would agree?
I know they would. They gave their... Now, to what do we...
Cyril told me of your work here, and
I see. That is most kind. May the Firebird's flame...
It's one thing to lay down your life for another, but for a survey...
Forgive them, Clive. The Undying live by a very different creed, and nothing we say will change that. Come. Let us deliver their findings to Cyril, that their deaths might not be in vain.
Let us continue then. There is a second.
Yeah.
My thanks. I shall study them and inform you for...
Cyril, losses which could have been avoided. Had the others not chosen, were these your order?
No. Every Undying devotes his life to the service of the...
Even when death is of...
My lord, the Undying have served the Phoenix for... We live to serve the Phoenix.
Cyril, but allow me to offer you a word of advice. It does not further the cause of the Phoenix to have his loyal... Provide your survey parties with an escort. Think not only of how you can serve the Phoenix. Please.
I thank you for you. If you will permit me to respond. And we of the Undying will do what we... As first shield to the Phoenix.
I do.
Then we are of the same mind.
The Dominion's all but done for.
Was that shouting I heard from the barracks? And you're just gonna fall into line?
I don't trust this Duke. Ah, my ward.
What's happened?
The High Cardinal has descended.
The High Cardinal?
Leader of the Council of... Not that any of those things still exist.
And what does he want?
He wants to a foundation of... He's already...
He would rob the...
Believe me.
What does Captain... When the town was on...
How? A man? The captain? No. But given...
Who could...
Clive, would you? For your son? And unlike... Well...
I'll see what I can...
Thank you.
Tell me in the garrison.
Oversee.
All right.
Might this Duke have been at the remembrance ceremony?
Let's hope we didn't make a strong impression.
It's not only control of the garrison he wants, it's the...
We already have a leader in the Dame.
Oh, sorry about that. You got some business with the...
No, actually. I was hoping I might be able to speak.
We're under orders not to let... But you should be all right. Wait here.
So, you and I shall see it. But tell me, is it...
Neither, Your Eminence.
You are worried the yet you needn't be. Pride of place, in fact. But no more.
For why here, Your Eminence?
The town has been fortunate enough to escape largely unscathed, which is more than can be said. The Empire wants for a capital, with Caer Norvent as her citadel. We need only build a wall. Plans are soon enough. These frauds.
I fear you underestimate how dangerous. Should they return in force, you will need all the people of Northreach to come.
The people? If Sandbreck is to be one whose authority... That is why, so that any man who wishes to join the army... And yet, there are those who...
I suspect...
Precisely. The common folk have little and less. You would sow the seeds of your new...
Sabine.
Yes, and I told you...
Without an empire...
And in yours, there will... Is that what Greek...
Do not take her name.
I'll come back later. The citizens revolt. I wonder what the people really think of it. It wouldn't hurt to ask them. Let's begin with those on the other side of the wall.
The Dominion's all but done for.
I'll just think.
Well, the people seem united enough. What about the soldiers?
Was that shouting I heard from the barracks? And you're just gonna fall into line?
Excuse me.
It's not only control of the garrison he wants, it's the...
We already have a leader in the Dame.
One at a time now. It's enough.
Sabine, you are embarrassing.
See what Philippe makes of all this.
A whole day to dry some...
Welcome back. Wraiths give you any trouble?
It seems Philippe wants to do the right thing at least. I expect Isabel will be pleased to hear that, if nothing else.
He'd have our coin, our stock and our...
Faster!
That's all of them. Owain can uncross his toes now. Good girl.
The stew's awful.
So what do I owe the honor? Well, Sanfordine, dear.
Anything else? Trouble with your gear, or... I never fought me, and if it hadn't been for you... You do what you need to do, Clive.
Have you tried Molly's lemon tarts?
Canva lost. It can't be true.
Miss, can we read Miss Editor's story for our lessons?
How was she? The Enterprise, I mean.
So, she don't need saved?
How may I help you today, Clive? You earned this. Come again. I may have more for you.
Thanks, girl. We won't get away from this one. Stay close, Torvald.
There's more!
should have picked on someone your own size.